Today, we go over 10 more unique strategies that 95% of your competitors aren't taking advantage of, such as how to measure share of shelf for your brand, how to find keywords you can easily get on page one for, how to monitor competitor price changes, and more. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies, serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And today is another one of what internally I call the 10 things I hate about you episodes. All right, so what this actually is 10 strategies, 10 things that all of you who use Helium 10 can only do that if you have another tool, you just can't do. Like if you have another, all-in-one tool set, you just can't do it. And this is the third one. So now we have 30 things. And so, yeah, these are fun. Like even if you don't use Helium 10, some of the stuff here, like you might want to figure out how you can do manually, because these are all strategies that help you make money. That's the whole point of this. And that's the whole point of any tool that Helium 10 makes. But, it's kind of laughable sometimes where, somebody else or a user would say, oh yeah, this tool is better than Helium. Like, come on. Like this is 30 things. I have not even scratched the surface and we're already at 30 things that only you can use with Helium 10. Like already, if you have another tool, you're losing all the money. And like let's say each of these strategies can get you 1-2 sales a month per product or something. Nothing major. So some of them could be more, but like that adds up, guys. 30 things, you can do the math here. So it's a no-brainer. Most of you guys who are listening have Helium 10, so you guys are advantaged, but even Helium 10 users are not utilizing all of these tools. So let's go ahead and hop into it. The reason why I call it 10 things I hate about you is like, it must, that was a famous movie back in the day, but then I sometimes see when like competitor tools like watch these episodes, they're like, 10 more things I hate about Helium 10. But anyways, this is 10 unique strategies. Let's go ahead and hop into it.
Want to check estimated sales for products you see on Amazon? Or maybe you want to instantly see how many listings on page one of a search term result have the actual searched keyword in the title. You can find all of these things out and more with the Helium 10 Chrome extension tool, X-Ray. More than 1 million people have used this tool. Find out what it can do for you by downloading it for free at h10.me/X-Ray. h10.me/X-Ray.
The first one is about title density. Helium 10 is the only tool that has that. Now, what is title density? Title density is this metric that we created where it measures how many listings on page one have the search term, like if somebody searches a search term, in the title in exact phrase form. And we have found that this is a great way to kind of like determine how easy or difficult it might be to get on page one. It's not like a deal, no deal kind of thing. Collagen peptides, if you're a big collagen peptides manufacturer, collagen peptides, the title density is like 40, meaning 40 out of the first 50 listings on page one all have that word in the title. It doesn't mean, I'm not going to sell collagen peptides because, oh my goodness, it's going to be hard to get on page one, but it's just an indicator. Like, for example, and by the way, where this lives is any Helium 10 tool that has keyword data, whether you're in Black Box, whether you're in Bagdet, whether you're in Cerebro. But what's cool is here in Black Box, I can actually find product opportunity based on this, for someone who want. Like here, I'm searching between 1,000 and 5,000 search volume in the home and kitchen category. And I've got a few keywords here that come up. Like, look at this: closet, shoe storage, title density of 1. So what does that mean? When I look at this is something that's searched thousands of times. And there is nobody other than one listing on this page that has the word closet, the exact phrase closet, shoe storage in it. What does that mean? That means if I'm making a product that is in this niche and that's one of my main keywords, I put that keyword in my title. I'm almost from day one, without even anything, probably going to be on page one. And if not, it would take very little. That's just the way the Amazon algorithm works. And so this helps you like uncover like some kind of hidden gem keywords or hidden gem niches that are, like it could be an indication of something that's not saturated. Just like I said, collagen peptides is saturated because there's so many listings on there with this title on page one. But the fact that, hey, there's a highly searched term that nobody has it in the title almost, it could be, not always, but an indication that, hey, there might be opportunity here. So that's number one. Number two, another thing that only Helium 10 has is we have a full course called Expansion Ticket. Now, this is important. Gone are the days, I think, where Amazon sellers think, I would be okay just selling in Amazon USA or only Amazon Germany. It's something that you probably need to think about from day one is how do you expand to other marketplaces, be it TikTok, but more importantly, other Amazon marketplaces. Like if you're in the US, how do you manage VAT to launch in Amazon Germany, Amazon Netherlands? What about compliance issues? And so that was the reason why we partnered with Avask to make a very detailed course. I think it's like 11 or 12 modules altogether, where it goes into detail about things such as how to get your product EU ready, compliance, translations, EPR, made simple. What the heck even is EPR? Here's another one here. Global growth blueprint, sell on Amazon US, UAE, Australia, and Japan. How to set up VAT on Amazon Europe. That's probably one of the most asked questions. How to validate and launch your US Amazon products in global markets. So guys, anybody who has a Helium 10 account, even the lowest plan, the starter plan, it's like 30 something dollars, you have full access to this course. So if you are only selling in one marketplace, you are looking to expand, take this course that you can only find in Helium 10 and learn about how you can expand to other marketplaces. Next up, here is an advanced strategy that only you can find in Helium 10, and that's called customer intelligence. I bet you 95% of you don't even know this is in there. This is a tool that you can, Diamond members and above can get in the dashboard. It's on the left-hand side. It's like one of those little menus that open up, and it's called customer intelligence. Now, this is like next level. If you're, let me tell you right now, if you just have one product, or you're a brand new seller, you might not look too much into this. It's not going to give you too much value. But if you've been selling for a few years, you have a few products, this is going to give you insights that you might never have measured before. Now, that being said, if you don't have Helium 10, you still should be measuring this. If you've been selling on Amazon for a while, you got to figure out a way to download your reports or figure out some of this, with mathematics and stuff, right? But for those of you who use Helium 10, don't have time for all that, go ahead, hop into the tool. Customer intelligence, like I said, it's on the left-hand side of your dashboard. Like here's a hemp cream account that I'm in. I could see the lifetime value of customers because this is a product that people multiple buy. So like, hey, the average lifetime value of my customers, $118. That's like, three products they're buying because this product is like $30 only, right? Here's my average order value. All right. Here's my CAC and my LTV to CAC ratio. If you guys don't know what that means, it's probably something you should start looking into. Google that. What's LTV to CAC mean and how can that help me? You can see this graph over days, weeks, months, quarters, or years, going back as far as you have data with Helium 10. Here at the product level, I can see what my LTV, my CAC, my average order value, my LTV to CAC, my customer lifetime. Look at this. I have got a 1.6 year customer lifetime value on my main product here. What's the purchase frequency? How many orders overall? And then how many are new customers? How many are total customers? All right. So how many were new to the brand in that last year? So there's tons of information. We're actually going to have a training soon on that at the Elite Workshop where top seller Jason from Prime Team Agency, he's going to be talking about how to use this dashboard and how to even expand from that to get some insights about your mature brands and learning, because this is the kind of data that's going to help you decide how you tackle your advertising and stuff, right? Like if you know that, hey, your lifetime value is $120, well, you're not thinking so much about, I got to get down to 20% ACoS for this order. No, you got to be thinking about ACoS from that LTV value, right? Especially if they're getting to subscribe and save everything. So really important, guys, look into customer intelligence if you're an advanced seller. All right, next up, you guys might have heard in the Weekly Buzz lately how Amazon is not going to be labeling products anymore. That means you have to put your own barcode labels on you yourself or your factory. A lot of wholesale sellers, they'll just hey, let me get a pallet of stuff. I'm going to send it directly to Amazon. Let me just pay them the 50, 60 cents each to put a barcode on it, right? Can't do that anymore. You've got to figure out how to barcode your products before it gets to Amazon starting in January. Now, I've never barcoded or I've never asked Amazon to barcode my own products. To me, that's a waste of money. Why would I pay 60 cents when I can either have my factory do it or I have my own warehouse here? So I have a thermal label printer here, and my first orders, I don't even have the barcode on the product because I like to use the Maldives honeymoon launch strategy where I don't create the listing until it's ready to sell. And so that first order, I don't have a barcode on there because I don't even create the listing. My subsequent orders, they all have barcodes, from my factory. But regardless, if you're trying to design a barcode, like a sticker for your factory to put on at the time of production, or you just want to have your own unique custom thermal one that you can just, print on your own thermal printer. Those cost like $150 from Amazon. You're kind of limited with the ones that Amazon gives you. Like they give it to you like in a format where it's like in a full sheet of paper and like it's like Avery labels and stuff. But do you know that Helium 10 has a tool where you can design your own barcodes based on the FN SKU? All right. So it's in Portals. Just go to Portals and then go to the tool Barcode Labels. And then you can see here's one that my team or my family, I guess I should say, just did. Last week, where here's a egg holder. They made a custom name. They made sure it has new, it has the FN SKU, and then here's the barcode. They just print this directly in our printer, and within 30 seconds, they've got 100 labels fully printed. Sometimes you might want to go deeper and do some like fancy barcodes. Like you can see this one here is one I made with a logo and like full details and fancy stuff right here. I made that all right here within Helium 10. We've got your data, we've got your FN SKUs, and then we can generate the barcode. We can put images on it, and then now I can download that as a PDF and then send it directly to my factory, which is exactly what I did for the coffin shelf. I'm like, hey, use this barcode for the next coffin shelf run to put on the sticker. So guys, you don't have to pay an agency to do this or a special designer. A lot of this you can just do on your own. Make sure to use that within Helium 10 Portals. There are amazing split testing tools out there like PickFu, right? And we've been talking about them for years. But did you know you can just use PickFu right within Helium 10? It's called Helium 10 Audience. So this is better for like not having to have so many like a million subscriptions or different things. Use the actual PickFu service. It's called Helium 10 Audience. And remember, this is so important. How many people today are talking about conversion rates and click-through rates? Look here, those of you watching this on YouTube, this is the old kind of main image that we were doing. And I was like, I need to get a couple different variations. So, because I want to make sure I have the best main image. And so I did a Helium 10 audience poll. And I found that was the worst one, the one that we had. And a new one that we just mocked up, it got 72% of the votes. And it wasn't just about the votes. Like what happens is they will give you details, the people who are voting on these things, they will give you details on why exactly they chose different things. Like, look at this. Somebody says, the box alone isn't enough. The two together is a nice look and fits the image well. I like this one because I can clearly see the applicator, this person wrote. So because you see here, it has like a roll-on thing, but in the first image, it just has a box. You don't even know how that roll-on looks, right? So guys, every single seller who's private label should be using Helium 10 Audience. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to make money. This is like a must. If you are not split testing your images before you launch, you are leaving hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on the table because you have no idea. Look at this. A 72% better score, this other image, and that's and I'll tell you guys right now that I actually did put this new image, and I'm gonna show you guys this in a new Project X that we're filming, but the results have been crazy. I think the click-through rate or the conversion rate went from 11% to 18%. Do you realize that's almost a double? That means the sales are gonna be almost double, guys. Why? Because we changed the image. So this just shows you the impact. So guys, if you are not using Helium 10 Audience, even if you've already launched, you need to be going back and, hey, is this the best main image? Is it the best supplementary images that I have? It's not just about images. Like you can test brand names, you can test price points, how things look in the search results, your title. It costs money to do this one by one, but you are getting 50 to 100 real Amazon Prime users from your demographic and asking them questions about your brand that would be almost impossible to get by yourself. So guys, if you're not using Helium 10 Audience, you need to get in there and use it now. Another tool exclusively you can get in Helium 10 is the Insights dashboard. Now, this is a dashboard that you log on directly into Helium 10. Even Platinum members have part of it, but where it really starts making sense is when you set up the alerts, and which we call insights, into certain aspects of your own account or your competitor. So you have to set up your competitors in the dashboard, like say, hey, here's my coffin shelf, and then I've got these 5 coffin shelves I want to monitor. What are the things or the insights you can start getting once you do that? Well, you can see here, first of all, some of this stuff is going to come up like here, review and apply the new keyword suggestions for your PPC campaigns. Hey, these 2 campaigns have maxed out their budget 3 days in a row. I didn't even know that. Hey, you've got one target with 0 sales that has spent $40 in the last 30 days. So it's like, oh shoot, I better take a look at that. I'm just bleeding money. What are some of the other things that you can talk about? Like you can have keyword ones where like, hey, is there an organic keyword drop? Like, has my keywords fallen off? I don't want to check keyword tracker every day. Has my sponsored keyword ranks fallen off? What about my competitors? Are they ranking for new keywords that I don't even know about? Give me a notification. Don't make me run Cerebro all the time to do it. Hey, am I ranking for a keyword that maybe I had no idea I was even ranking for? Give me a notification. Is my listing suppressed? Is my product performance going down? Like, is my refund rate increasing on a certain product? Is it decreasing? Is my Amazon storage fee going up? These are all things you can set as alerts so that you don't have to always be constantly monitoring these things. But the really big thing is the competitors. Like, once you have the competitors, you can make an insight where, hey, notify me if my competitor changed their price or they started a coupon or stopped a coupon. You know, some of you might be like, hey, I want to match whatever my competitor does. And so I'm going to, put if they have a coupon or not. What if their sales are way up or way down? Give me a notification. Hey, did they change their title or images? Give me a notification. So we call this Insights Dashboard. Tons of stuff, guys, you probably aren't even using, and you're trying to manually monitor these things. No other tool has this for other people's listings. So get this started and activated so that you can save yourself time. And it's not just about saving time. You're actually potentially making money. Like if your competitor runs out of stock or your competitor raises their price, that might be a signal for you to go all in a little bit more on advertising or something, knowing that you can steal some of his piece of his pie, right? So this is also not just saving time, but it's also making you money by automating this with Helium 10 Insights Dashboard. All right, another thing that only Helium 10 has, this is our eBay price checker. And actually, there's some other like smaller tools that have this. I think like a version of Keepa might have it, but Keepa is not like a competitor to Helium 10. Keepa's like, you can track your BSR and stuff like that. But all-in-one tools, I don't know any other tool that has this. And why is this important? Well, there's two different ways. Number one, you might not know that people are making money off of your products on eBay, right? And then they're reselling and drop shipping your product. Like, you ever seen, like I've seen people with my coffin shelf where they've ordered 15 times. I know these people aren't buying 15 coffin shelves for their 15 bedroom spooky mansion or something, right? But what probably is happening is that, they are drop shipping your product to eBay. Another reason is sometimes it's been said that Amazon is price matching to eBay. So what if somebody has put your UPC in their product or they're reselling like returns or something? That could affect your buy box. And so you got to know, hey, is anybody doing that on my product? Well, yeah, we have that. All right. Like, go to any of your listings or any of your competitors' listings on Amazon. And then right here on the Chrome extension, click the button eBay price checker. What it does is it'll open up if any of those eBay or if that product is showing up in eBay. You can see here, I've got 6 people reselling my product, but they're all like $45, $46, $47. So I don't care, too much about that because it looks like they're just drop shipping. But, if somebody was selling it for under, I'd go try and get them removed from eBay or something like that because I don't want my buy box messed up. So really quick and easy tool just to make sure that, if you notice anything like you're losing buy box or you see some suspicious ordering activity, hit that and see what's happening on eBay for your listing. All right, another advanced tool. So again, this is not probably for somebody who's just starting selling and you only have one product. This is called share of voice. You guys know about keyword tracking. Hey, where is one product showing up in the search results? Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Where is it showing up in sponsored ads? Where is it showing up in organic? Obviously, Helium 10 has that. Many tools have that. What no other tool has, like Helium 10, is a share of voice tool. This is a little bit different than just raw keyword tracking. It tracks things kind of like at the piece of the pie level on page 1. Not just one organic, but like what percentage of all the listings on page 1, including organic, sponsored brand, do you have for your brand? Because you might have multiple. Like, sometimes I have multiple coffin shelves I'm selling that are taking up multiple spots on page 1. I might want to know on some of my main keywords or in some of my main brands, what kind of share of voice or share of shelf do I have? Well, that's a tool that you can find in Helium 10. It's for the Diamond Plan and up. It's under analytics. Just go to share of voice. And then, for example, here's my keyword share of voice. So I can see here, maybe for one keyword, let me look at coffin shelf. What is the share of voice for all of the different brands? And I can see not only what it is for organic share of voice, but what's my paid share of voice? Paid, includes sponsored brands, sponsored display, sponsored brand videos. What's my sponsored product share of voice? What's my sponsored brand share of voice? It goes way down. And so I can say, hey, you know what? Let me just take out my brand And how is my brand doing on this? All right, for the keyword coffin shelf, I've got 5.4% overall share of voice. Organic, I've got 3.1% of the listings. Paid, look at this. This is a beauty right here. I've got 28% of the share of voice on paid, which includes 10% of the sponsored share of voice. I've got sponsored brand 31% and sponsored brand video. I've got 31%. All right. So, and my ad frequency is 96%. So this just gives you like some added information, especially if you've got multiple products, multiple brands even. You want to see how much of page one am I taking up organically, sponsored, all together, and how does that track over time? It's going to give you a lot of data. So make sure to check it out. Share of voice tool under analytics in Helium 10. You'll only find that here. Another small feature that only Helium 10 has, but it can help in your keyword research and even potentially your product research, is something in Magnet that we have called Smart Complete. This is just a word we made up. But you guys know what autocomplete is, right? Like if you type something into Amazon search bar, coffin shelf, it'll show you all like 7 other options, like coffin shelf for men, coffin shelf for women, right? It's like autocomplete. Helium 10 has something called Smart Complete. And the reason why we call it Smart Complete is it's not just showing you those 7 things. It's showing you 30, 40, sometimes 200 different variations of the keyword, all that have the word coffin and shelf in it. Like if I type in coffin shelf, and it not only puts the words before it, it puts the words in the middle. So like words like coffin gothic shelf will come up. It puts words after it, coffin shelf for men, like we said, but it also rotates plural versions like coffin shelves will come up. So instantly you just put a keyword in Magnet, filter for Smart Complete, and you're going to have the list of all like the long tail versions of that keyword. It's also really great to understand what your potential is when you have a phrase, like a phrase match PPC campaign. What are all the possible keywords that would come up if I have a phrase match PPC campaign? This Smart Complete will show you. So again, how you do it is in Magnet, enter any keyword. I entered coffin shelf here. Under match type, I select Smart Complete. And then look, like, did you know that there are 57 different variations that all have the word coffin shelf? Here's Gothic coffin shelf. So you see how it put the word in the middle? Look at this one, coffin wall shelf. It put the word wall in the middle. Here's a plural, which is a misspelling, coffin shelves, right? Here's curio coffin shelf, mini coffin shelf. All of these, look at this, coffin plant shelf. I didn't even know that was a such thing. I might need to look into that. Hey, maybe I just figured out a new product line for my product. So guys, this is a really cool tool, really easy. It's been there for years. I bet you haven't used that before. But take a look at some of your main keywords and get some ideas, and also get some ideas for product or for keyword targeting with a phrase match, and understand what are all the variations of any keyword that you enter. All right, our 10th thing today, our last thing which is our 30th overall. Remember, we've done 30 of these. Make sure to check other episodes. Type in 10 things that only Helium 10 has, and you'll find it. But the 10th thing that only Helium 10 has is our listing builder sync. A lot of tools have listing builders and tools where you can build your listings. Helium 10 was definitely not the first one to have one, right? But we are one of the only ones, if not the only one, that allows you to sync it directly to Amazon. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. First of all, who wants to just build your listing in one place and then copy and paste everything back to Amazon? It takes a lot of time to do that, especially if you're constantly changing your listing like every few months or something. You don't want to have to go and open it up. But the more important reason of why this is important is how many of you have tried to change a listing in Amazon and it doesn't take? Like, you put the title in there, but the title never updates in Amazon, and you have to like open up a case like, hey, why is that? It's not working. And they'll tell you, oh, you got to like do a flat file or something, right? And sometimes it just doesn't work no matter what. For whatever reason, the Helium 10 listing builder sync actually has a better like ownership of a listing than even you editing your listing in your admin account. All right. 9 times out of 10, as long as you're not trying to do some forbidden keyword or something weird, if you cannot update your listing in Edit Listing in Seller Central, but you do the same thing in Listing Builder and hit the sync button, it will overwrite the listing so that you get what you're trying to do. It's almost like at the same level or sometimes above using a flat file. It's just like the way that Amazon works. They like Helium 10, right? Just like you guys do. So when we do it through the API, like we're doing it, you can actually overwrite your listing in a much better way than just editing it. So how you can manage that, then this is for diamond and above, you just have your listing here. And once you connect it to a listing in Seller Central, you just hit this sync button and it's going to sync. That's it. All right. It usually takes sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes, or sometimes a few hours to actually show the results, but no more copying and pasting back and forth from Helium 10 to Seller Central. You still have to do that to create your listing the first time. Unfortunately, we can't create listings yet. But once you've done that, anytime you find new keywords and you want to put in your listing, or you want to switch keywords around for relevancy or whatever the case is, make sure to use Helium 10 Listing Builder, because you can sync your listings with a better write rate than what you can do even in your own Seller Central account in Amazon. All right, guys, there you go. 10 more things that only Helium 10 can do, and that most of you, even Helium 10 users, are not using. A lot of this stuff, guys, you should be figuring out, even if you're not Helium 10 users. Try and figure out a way to do them without Helium 10, because they're all important. Every single one of these can either save you money or make you money. And so, guys, make sure you are implementing these. Maybe you can't implement all of these ones that I just mentioned, today, but try and get, maybe 5 out of the 10. Add it to your SOPs. Guys, you are going to be making more money. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you in the next one.